Is the player spotted, but the shots don't land. Info for sheydos. That gets a flash out of Avez, but he's caught in the crossfire. A lot of damage done, and it will be cleaned up.
30 seconds
FUT with
left.
one alive in a 1v4. This round very quickly seems to have been decided.
Yeah, no, one of the criticisms I had was he would go for these fights but not escape before the TP. This time he lands the shot. Because it was mentioned on the desk, like, you don't really have a lot to follow him up. But if you don't have him at all,
30 seconds left.
then getting in can be awkward. But
And
they
you don't
have
know
just
where the
walked it
op
up. Retake will be in play. And again, there's a couple of very close range weapons that they're going to have to put into position. But with the flashes that they have, it shouldn't be too difficult to get in.
The decision to play super slow here from FUT makes sense. If they telegraph it too much, that op will be waiting. Now, the op has to be used on the retake. It's already been given to sheydos. LewN looking to, well, I say lead the charge, but sheydos has already taken away some of the remaining players from FUT. A very nice shot on the op, and although the nano will delay, that flash and paranoia lands perfectly. Baha only good for one, and yetujey a spray down.
An opportunity, the last one especially, but this one losing 2 picks to the operator. The second one seeming just like a silly mistake, if anything. And then, well, the fact that LewN's able to clean things up with the Spectre.
We're about to hit that. And again, last time we saw in this round 2 from KC, they were up against just look at XeUS. The guy is completely by himself. And sure, he's got the cam, he's seen 2 now, backup is coming, but how do you get out of that corner? You gotta stand and fight, and that's at least a trade. A good start for FUT that turns into potentially a great round. Those rifles are recoverable too, Tom.
Yeah, xeus and yetujey. Definitely the two you talk about in terms of that star power for this roster. Been able to make this one look interesting. xeus also looking to get re-aggressed. Huge thrifty round.
And again, it's a mistake, Tom. I mean, that certainly wasn't, but this position from XeUS, they had lost Garage 30 seconds ago. They'd given it up completely. I mean, at that point, I get the camera's great for the information, sure, but what are you gonna do from that corner? If it's able to invest, maybe this can end up being a benefit with the economic reset. I don't know what Baha was thinking there, but I don't think we'll see that one tried again. Oh, good night, sweet dreams. Lucky he only got one.
Oh, yeah, we're about 20 seconds into the round, and we've already lost half of the FUT members just to fight on fight on fight. yetujey.
That's the worst reveal I've seen.
Would need to be a hero in this round, and
Spike down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a pause coming out just to really steady this.
Available, and LewN, he's just going walkabouts. Already an aggressive push coming through from him and a teammate, and even more aggression coming out from Dosia. Looking to get right up in their face.
Giving that little bit of extra space and fog of war for Dosia to play around. That timing awful for LewN. It is still being watched though from further back. A second player alongside sheydos. We'll be popping that smoke up, and wow, Baha again. I mean, it feels like the smokes are his enemy. He's been wrecked by a one-way that, I mean, he did see coming.
Yeah, I think just trying to catch a timing, but it's definitely not worked out. And it does feel like a lot of the domino effects for FUT in these rounds, where it's like you've lost the opener and the fight back in is reckless.
Orb emitting. 30
and those
seconds
reckless
left.
fights just become easier and easier for the side of KC. 25 seconds. KROSTALY, nice shot onto the first. Teammate of those Prowlers is gone. xeus is looking to try and take the space. Solid utility revealed at the back of the site, but unable to capitalize on it just yet. Holding in a crossfire. Lockdown put into play. It was built up in the previous round. Flash through is nice though. And again, they're looking to deny that pun, and that's exactly what they've done. They've just got to now get out of there before they're caught by the ult. And they will.
Oh, he didn't cancel. Good thing. MrFaliN was waiting there. Still is. Catches one. TP over. I like this. Great reposition. He might just have flown under the radar. That's another for MrFaliN. The snake bite buying time, and sheydos with no chance.
Top in the smoke. Caught one completely off guard, and then I was worried for them, especially with this sort of like pre-take coming in. It was really nice from KC, but they just lost that one man, and that one man managed to dance his way around the site. And
waiting in the smoke, you know it's done. This is going to be an early fight towards A. KC walking through the smoke to take the challenge. xeus and KROSTALY cleaning up. And for KC, well, this round's already done, essentially. Even Dosia's been spotted at the one hope. Nice shot, but he's revealed and dealt with just like that. Good utility, great round for KROSTALY. XeUS, yeah, he has no choice. Honestly, they probably would have A long here.
Yeah.
I think he did just walk.
We can see. Yeah.
Audacious, to say the least.
And that seems like the whole plan. It was just, let's see if we can walk out of the smoke and not die. I guess it was the surprise factor. If they can do it a little earlier in the game, that would be very helpful. LewN, just going to go out for information.
Respotted.
Does spot. It does leave his teammate a little bit out and dry. Again, we've seen this quite a lot from Zeus, where he's managed to stun one of them up. TP into the corner. Is it going to be checked? Dosi has done well. Managed to escape and slow them down quite a bit. I think that's a team flash.
It got him out. Hey, it got him out. It flashed the guy on
left.
short. It's all it had to do. Unfortunately, Doja still falls. The shot from Avez, though, proving to be clean. Perhaps clean enough to get them. There's nothing they can do about that plant. They see him go towards long as well, but he's faked that time. He's walked towards long to let that extra pulse of Cypher's ultimate reveal him, and then tucked away in the corner the one way as well. This is, oh, it was beautiful. It really was, but now they know.
Made sound. Maybe trying to bait them with the TP, see if he can get himself an individual fight, and he can!
Leaving this half, but money was saved over by KC. Invested into an op, it's being blocked off. XeusGetSu traded in that initial fight, but LewN is going walkabouts. He's got a gate crash. He can get out of here. So he stands his ground, looking to take one shot, one player down, and leave this site with an advantage. The ult sees 3 and now 4. They know the hit's coming in on C.
That counter ult used just to try and slow anybody towards the spawn. He's managed to get behind them, but is obviously smoked off for now. Avez already taken space and somehow manages to just take everyone. KC have decided to go back towards long because of that one-way. Crystalli in the corner already left completely blind, but they haven't managed to get in time, and by that point, he's already able to see again. Eventually, is cleared out, but now Yetujey's in position. MrFaliN, he'll go down as well. His pistol's looking very good unless Yetujey can play spoiler. Hiding within the smoke first, goes his way, he's able to duck back out of there, and all of the players are actually trapped within the same position. It goes down to just one, and a trees.
A few spotted, but Avez gets the volley down in time. He won't be crunched in the corner, but could come out swinging from Garage, knocking over a few before falling. The damage still going to favor that defensive side, even with those weaknesses in play. LewN one shot, even to Crystalli, with that Sheriff, who now is grouped up with Zeus, looking to move towards the C site. XeusGetSu, the man holding the line. The shot's good on both accounts. He knows he's there now as well. It should be a freebie now. They're coming up against an op on C. They've avoided. And Avez's ult clears a lot of space for free towards this back B site. They'll get a plant out of this, almost without a doubt, but a pick? I didn't think they'd get away with that.
No, that was MrFaliN, maybe not expecting him to have enough range on the ult. For the remaining players, this is already starting to call into question if this is worth going for. You've got an operator on the retake. You've not even made it back into the actual site yet. And what they don't realize is their opponents aren't even playing it. They are all in the post plant. This is all time that's being wasted for them to get back in. And with the wraparound already coming through, Avez, he's just going to kill him straight up with the molly. The hot hands does the work. They managed to get a couple back, but even still, getting onto this is not going to be more. While the remaining
are left with pistols. The Paupers fight alongside the Prince, and they're driving, at least in the early fight. A nice connection by Baha, but a plant seems inevitable for KC nonetheless.
Spike planted.
Still, that damage could come back to haunt them.
Well, it seems like if at first you do succeed, still try again. They've gone for the same take into the B site. This time there is a flank coming through, but it is incredibly slow from Crystalli. I'll be honest with you, if he keeps at this pace, the round will have ended by the time he gets there. And he also only has a classic, so he definitely has the element of surprise. They managed to get it to half, but actually, never mind, he might have just timed it to perfection! MrFaliN!
Gonna wait for the replay so I could experience this round without an out-of-body experience in the middle. How the fiddlesticks does that? 50 seconds left. Noise made towards B, flashes, wall, molly, hot hands, it's all sent through. But FUT aren't moving. They're not buying it. And now in comes Anders Fury, the true intention now revealed. Oh no! What has happened here? One of the worst reveals back-to-back from Crystalli in this map, but then he gets 2. after a massive whiff in Garage. KROSTALY is somehow holding the line. He fell flat on his face to start this round, but he has a 3K under his belt. There's only 15 seconds for sheydos to get to the site, plant this spike, generational fumble needed. Now they don't know that actually there's a change in direction. Flash through on B, and yetujey only just about makes it out with his life. Paranoia will steal his vision. XeusU steals his life with a few more following. The guardian of the B site, and he's letting nobody through that smoke. Finally, Zeus steps in to shut him down, and the spike still hasn't been planted. The pressure's still on, but LewN holding from far back's giving them a chance. Then a drone sent, then the ult. Okay, now we're starting to signal a bit more that we're really looking to pressure the A side. But the TP's taken, and we're all the way to the C side. Hold on, LewN's going to run out in the open. He's going to stick on site. And a flash deep, but no follow-up. They just take it for map control. That's fine.
Well, the run it back was kind of already cleared everything out, so no reason for him to TP anywhere else. Baha setting up ready with the lockdown, which will force them off the site, but they have a post plant that doesn't necessarily need much more. I'm looking at the Nightfall, which could make things awkward. LewN, he's just trying to stick around, maybe get one and escape. No, there's no escape method. He was just looking to try and do damage, and damage he has done. SUYGETSU just about getting away with things here, and his luck's going to be important. They're running through to try and deal with the Nightfall. MrFaliN tapping it halfway, but the gate crash on the other side. But he's waiting to see, okay, is someone going to jump spot? Is someone going to look for information? They are, just not on his side of the map. And well, they've got walkabouts and found Avez.
Look how close LewN is. He could catch him on the run back. He's holding the angle. There it is. Spreading the net wide. And it's a big catch with KROSTALY down.
Oh, the double back.
Oh, there we go. Got there in the end for SUYGETSU. And the A side completely gone. That's the other thing with KROSTALY down. You've got one guy to watch two angles. And if you include the flank, it's three. Never really going to happen. This should be the end of map 1, and FUT having to bounce back on split. Even then, they put up one hell of a fight. But with elimination from kickoff on the line, they'll fight every battle that they're offered. A 2v4 and 2v3 now. It's looking doable.
Yeah, it's not a bad start. yetujey walking up, his wall about to fade, but that leaves an opening. A big opening, in fact! And now that leaves just one. Dosia versus yetujey. The man coming over from Pacific to take them with a lead. Getting late on the time. 25 seconds left, and while the run through has found nothing, it's all about the push on the other side of the map. I'm getting a little bit nervous about that convergence path. It's already being put in. It has missed, but even still, they've got to try and bypass the player at the back of the site. Everybody now set up and ready to go. 7 seconds, and they need to get that plant in. They need to get it in now. It's being stuck, but I don't think it's going to matter anyway. Zeus, it was irrelevant how much time was left. He's managed to...
So, yeah, there was a few errors there for sure, and now sheydos and Avez tagged. Here it is. The run it back put into play. Look how far back FUT are. They've learned their lessons. It was MrFaliN who got caught out by this before. Baha's basically in the same position, but
time to jump.
Has that little bit more room to fall back. And now KC, the ones with the pressure on their shoulders, they have to find a pick here. They're a man behind in the post plan.
Oh no, he didn't know there was a second player. Baha's starting to spring to life. Dosia and SUYGETSU. They need to try and win themselves a 2v5. They almost lost it on a 2 versus 4, and they will end up in OT.
Real as well that even with the headset on, with Tom shouting, with gunshots there, I can still hear yetujey shouting from the
he's
stage.
definitely louder than me.
He's so loud, man. But yeah, Baha's rotate here was so key. And the fact is, for me, is the fact that KROSTALY's the one top fragging. My guy's looking unbelievable, the rookie.
Well, he's stunned again. And they're going to find him. See you later, SUYGETSU. sheydos trying to hold the line. He's looking for that TP, and he's found him. Not quite enough on the third, but he's done well. Dosia into the corner.
Yeah.
Baha has an idea of where his opponent will be. But in the meantime, his teammate has retreated. Bear in mind, yetujey has clearly been dinked up. 10 health. And he's making the steps to see if he can pull someone into a fight.
Take a risk here. And going to B, watching the play, sitting in garage, beautiful. Now we go deep in towards the spawn. Baha has that little bit of extra space to maybe fall back into, to maybe play into.
Yeah. He'd normally maybe play behind the wall, though, but he can't play behind it because it's so spammable. That's the problem. There's not really any safe space for him to play into. Baha tried his best, and now yetujey hiding outside. Yeah, 10 HP. Oh, Zeus is about to come under a lot of pressure, though. The trade's back effective. Avez doing the work once again.
That could be it.
XeusU, he's caught a massive time, and he's heard rotations, but this is the problem they had before. You've heard rotations from one player, you haven't heard rotations of the second. Does Baha even check this angle, though? I don't know why he would. No expectation of SUYGETSU to be there. And you almost have to wonder, do the other players start to question, okay, do we just go back to B? It doesn't seem like it. And the drone is not seen either of them.
Look at the freeze from KC now. They saw nothing A, but they made noise with the drone. They think players could be close. They could rotate in. They could push. FUT could be confused and wonder where they are. Well, now they found them. The snakes.
FUT stop them and survive.
What I find most surprising, the fact that Tejo not really played too much here. KC already taking the advantage with the early push towards the top of A ramp. LewN's found.
Oh, flash. Alongside utility. Nice counter stun, and actually Baha has managed to bring this back once again. sheydos puts it further in their favor. yetujey's just checking the other side of the map just in case, but he'll eventually look to wrap back around, and the heal will make things a little bit less dangerous for the side of KC. Are they going to walk spawn?
Yes, the smoke. Pulled back, player spotted for MrFaliN, and he runs to the A side. He's got backup here, and yetujey is already rotated in that heaven position, perfect for his 10 HP. Nicely tucked in the corner. It's a setup. It's good to feel respected by your teammates. The priorities here.
Spike planted.
But either way, it is a little utility. That's true, yeah. Listen, the cost is running up.
There you go.
Weapon here.
That's at least an
Sprinted
upgrade.
and diffuse.
He's being flanked on. Now, the player behind is very low, but that's a nice.
After a bombardment, both salvos sent into play. MrFaliN having to move, gets his one way up, pulls back the smoke, though. And Baha and yetujey are here to play. Found themselves massive advantages in the late play up by Doja. It's going to be watched at this point. FUT have got boots on the ground, and sure, Doja gets the kill,
30
but he's left on 8 HP. A spam will be more than enough to take him down.
Player standing.
He's caught in the open. LewN alone. A save with 20
Means that you're running invulnerable and you're being
I was thinking a slow mid play worked that control, but they've come in swinging and fallen flat in their face. Avez out of the round. And a fight
opener in this one. Cosmic Divide going to be thrown through. It's mainly whether or not we see that utility burst, and it's meant to be a bit of a ruse. The ruse has worked out, but the trade backs are good. MrFaliN still keeps the advantage with his squad, knowing that the others have likely crossed in. He's taken quite a lot of early space and definitely has to be a little careful of the potential flash that could come through the divide. But he'll just wait back.
Oh, the flash was used there. Now in terms of utility, KC only have a snake bite and a bit of heal left to work with. They knew Cosmic Divide was up, so they play on the backside. The reveal, the snake bite, everything thrown through by KC. It was the snake bite in return, but XeusU walks in, and they're just holding it, waiting further back. sheydos up close. He's going to go in for the knife. He hasn't landed it. Halfway already. He's failing to stop the defuse.
KROSTALY's on the other side. At least manages to bait him out. But I like a lot of the sort of re-aggression we're seeing out from FUT. This is an amazing camera angle.
Fake will be the idea. Moving towards the B site. We've already seen the dog put through.
Who's going to join the action. In fact, though, Baha is walking to the edge of it. This is a very risky position to play, and he's going to walk out. Just gives the game away. Maybe wanted to try and see if there was anybody mid, but now they go back in the other direction. That spot is clear and leaves a massive opening. yetujey waiting on the edge of the smoke. Salvo's being expended. He's going to have heard everything behind him, but clearly locked in on the other side of the map. KROSTALY's done well, but this flank coming in so late, so little time, just trying to clear them out, but the hold is enough. A nice shot from Dosia and MrFaliN. On the wrong side of the map. It looked like for a moment the stars were going to align, but a walk through the pit ended the round.
Yeah, it's not a play I can get behind most of the time, but here I honestly feel like less so. MrFaliN's in a 1 versus 3 after that shot, but time is gone. It has to be. And a wide swing. KC don't have that player waiting in mid. And the only example I can think of is the one where they were eco full playing A. Other than that, there's always that late lurk. It's either a direct play right at the start or very, very, very slow. And the fact that...
Scout just...
Oh, okay. He's just walked up. He's just walked up, killed Baha, and lived to tell the tale. I'm amazed. LewN, sorry. Does he get more than one? And with the rest of the players now going back to the B site, even with only 2 here, Mitch, these 2 have been annoying to clear.
Yetujey. Oh, that timing. He's gotten around. This could be the flank of the century. It all depends if Doja comes out of his astral form, and he doesn't. Now they're wrapping up behind as MrFaliN tries to delay, but they've broken through. The gates are fallen, and LewN is in. A clean spray down from him. KROSTALY and MrFaliN on the ground, but here's Yetujey's chance. The spike drop, a double already, and he sends in the ultimate, a nail in the coffin if he can take Avez down, but instead, the plant is found, and time has...
coming out of the Teo. I'm all after...
If you're going to make a long run, if you're going to win the 5 games after this, you got to be dominant here. You got to look clean. So we're a step back from square one.
Grenade is live.
Still, where do we go from here?
Salvo's being sent through. That's the kill onto Baha. Him being caught out has been a big issue in a lot of these rounds. LewN able to clear out another, and the back of the site is gone. Nobody left to tell the tale. With a Viper's Pit in play, but also LewN.
Spike planted.
Quite an aggressive position. He's now going to be healed up, but that leaves a lot of space, potentially, for FUT to try and re-clear.
Well, Zeus is taking the AWP, which might look strange. Retaking with an AWP against a pit, but there it is. The ult's going to be activated. The stun's already hit. The spray through doesn't get anything. Down to a rifle he goes. LewN, 30 HP, but knowing that Neon ult's online, he's not risking it. Strong connection from Zeus, but XeUS still stands. The pit will not fall until it's a 1v1. And now LewN creeping into the corner.
Already. Zeus. There with that opener. So much utility being placed onto him, but Baha's moved in to try and play stopper, try to help them out a little bit while the flashes definitely helped him quite a lot. Maneuvering his way back out of there, the salvos haven't been able to deny him anything at all. With the spike up top, you almost need a miracle play, and the Prowler has given away exactly where Avez plans to go. Still should have himself a 1v1, but teammates come in, and even the stun up has helped quite a bit. Leaving the clutch for Avez, okay. It should have been dead to rights a long, long time ago. And eventually he will be. Frag means he's not going to be able to get out of there. And just, well, this is what I mean, there's nowhere to stand. A retake setup put into play. Yetujey's done well. Nightfall connected onto a multitude of players, and Cosmic Divide put into play to try and make things as awkward as possible. But speaking of awkward, that fight has not gone to plan. Drone on the other side. I don't know how KROSTALY hasn't been shot in the face as he dipped in to the Cosmic Divide. LewN, though, a wonderful shot. Zeus gone from above. They'll just wait out.
You are divided.
It's Cosmic Divide. Just a minute. That's all they needed. Just a centimeter extra. LewN's now spotted the flank as well. And in fact, they're going to plant on the other side of it, but they forgot about KROSTALY. He's able to find 2 quick kills. Well, momentum shifting in this round, and this round alone, LewN left into a 1 versus 2 scenario. It was looking good, but 13 seconds, there is no way he gets out of this one alive. KROSTALY completely repositioning, just waiting, and with 5 seconds, he'll be the one to take the fight, loses it, but Baha is gone.
Them down.
For now, though, I'm sure they'd love a pistol to even things back up.
Yeah, even if they don't end up taking the lead, but KROSTALY, oh, he's jumped in for 2. But LewN wants to fight his way back into middle. Players full focused around that mid control. You just want to deny the util, deny the map control, deny the information that KC are putting out. But one way to do that now would be to take down LewN, who's tucked in that corner, and Baha, yeah, he's got his work cut out in that regard.
On the gun for it. MrFaliN's done well. Dosia
well.
down. Stunned up XeusU. Had to reposition. He's been caught as well, and he's got to be careful where he moves from here. But MrFaliN's putting utility down, stood in the open. What's going on there? IGL lost it.
I feel like this series has had more moments where if I saw my ranked teammates do that, I'd be screaming at them, you know, than any series I've seen. And we're only a map and a half in. What was he thinking? The worst part is, right, there were players there, there was pressure, and the control was taken out. Now going to site, they're going to hold this together, bunkering down and looking to defend what is a difficult position with 12 seconds on the clock. The time forces foot forward.
10 seconds left.
Sands leaving the hourglass. Avez still inside the smoke, runs out of ammo. And because of that, they may actually get this planted. It's a 1 versus 1 for Doja. He's isolated it to a single player. Yetujey tucked in on the site, but Doja has no idea. Every angle to be cleared, but the same goes the other way. Yetujey has to be worried now about his opponent walking down onto the ramp, but they're moving towards each other. It's Doja holding as close as he was in events before, running through salvos. Doja not ready for Yetujey to be that close. Now the Cosmic Divide should get them through to the site. Snakebites there to delay them. And in fact, the ult sent in by LewN, but he's hit by the hinder as XeusU falls. Who can pull them out of this deficit? And it seems to be nobody. A pit online if needed. And Avez, hold on, that pit might actually give him a chance. Well, never mind.
A really good pre-spam coming out from Zeus. If you're even slightly caught off guard, it's a free quite get. Control of Avez. In fact, it's done back on the other side. It could catch everybody. It doesn't quite work, though. I think it missed one player, and that was enough for Yetujey to capitalize. He's taken a lot of space. He has the spike, though, and he is completely alone. Sure, his teammate of Baha's not too far behind, but he doesn't know what's clear. He knows that there were 2 players around the vent, so you can have an educated guess. But LewN at the backside is someone they desperately need to get rid of before they can go A. And now they seem to just be waiting for MrFaliN to get into position.
Look at where XeusU and Doja have gone. They think it's a B hit. Standing completely alone. Lonely as a cloud. LewN has got to take down so many players, but they haven't spotted him yet. Clearing him, not in time though. And his dash out gets him to safety, if you want to call it that. He's got an idea, the right idea. Ships in the night though. Yetujey clears his back and a 2v2. But this post plant has the convergence path on the side of FUT. What a Cosmic Divide for Doja.
Yeah, also the defenders didn't move because he'd only seen that one player. So they were thinking this was maybe a ruse, like this was a fake to try and bait them into a rotation off B. So the other 2 are only just making their way into heaven. And think about that. Think about how long FUT will have had. FUT, though, also don't realize. They think they're right on them. They think they're just around the corner, but they're only just making their way into the site. It's kind of a battle. If the screens go up, countering it's going to be difficult. LewN's done well, though. That's already Yetujey, hero of the last round, gone. And Zeus is tagged a bit as well. Seekers,
the 3 players towards the A side are about to be detected. But all this tells him is that Heaven's been taken over. KC don't know about MrFaliN, and he's getting himself embedded into a nasty little angle. Good potential for him to find a pick, and Baha's doing just the same. Smoke, though. There's 2 sides to it. He can't watch them both. The timing will be everything. sheydos does walk through it. The FUT seemingly with no idea of where they want to take it just yet. 30 seconds on the clock. MrFaliN now wraps around. He's going to the backside of B. They're going to try to play this wrap. Actually, this might work perfectly, especially if noise is made from mid. If those players give it away, MrFaliN should be able to stab them in the back. A beautiful lurk, not so beautiful of a spray, but with 12 seconds left, he might just have done enough. That reveal is perfect.
Yeah, that's all they needed. We've had some criticism of the KROSTALY horde so far, but...
Map 1, they sucked, Tom. Map 1, he didn't know what he was doing.
That was definitely a good one. An important one with the judge on the other side. And while the defenders do still have 3 standing, sheydos has full blinded himself as he makes it around the corner. Salvo's out, but it hasn't cleared the angle. MrFaliN tag low, though. He's got to be a little bit careful here, but Baha... Another backstab, a second layer could be so problematic, and KROSTALY's done well just to slow them further. sheydos needs to find everybody. XeusU In the pit, Baha with the Baha blast has just taken out LewN immediately.
I'd like to retract everything I said about Baha earlier. If we could delete that VOD, that would make me feel a little bit better. Because I came in today thinking like, okay, everyone here but KROSTALY and Baha, I don't understand the pickups. Map 1, KROSTALY was great. I was still critical.
All they needed
Baha,
was a Mitch curse.
He's really shown up, genuinely, yeah. Now he's going to be taken down second. I praise him by sheydos, who's really at a struggler of a game.
Oh, here we go. sheydos ace. Into the side they go. Pop flash. But bear in mind, there's still quite a lot of utility to expend. Mainly looking at the salvos and looking at the annihilation, but it's not actually going to go through. They're waiting to play the retake instead, not going for plant denial, which has bit them a little bit in the past. They are taking their time.
Toxins
Only just getting into position now. The clock has been burning.
Yeah. Armageddon Day is coming. Here it is. It's backside, but it's already been cleared. KROSTALY stood in front of the ult. They were...
They've gone pushing all the way up, though. A very quick rotation available for KC. The spam does damage, but eventually they have to dark out of there, and then back in they go. LewN with 1, needs more, finds more, 3 already, and then just looks to try and escape. Doesn't want to overheat, wants to join up with his team.
Wow.
And play the advantage.
Really nicely played by LewN. A chance for KC, he may well be. KC's beating hard, but yetujey in that corner, snuck in just in time. But does he get curious? No, waiting his turn, but Avez swings in and turns him to mush. It's only MrFaliN, and he'll find they're gonna commit though. Look how far behind yetujey is. They might take this back if they spot how many players are here.
A lot of utility thrown out, but Zeus made it past. There is the Bucky. 4 more needed, and he didn't get it. Spams away, not doing as much damage as they'd hope, and the juggling rifles haven't worked out. It leaves just SUYGETSU remaining.
Planted.
1 versus 3. Does at least have the range, but it's only going to be the one operator. This map becomes a lot smaller. Favoring one, very difficult, but for now, at least early spam. Dosia has managed to dodge all of those bullets, or most of them at least.
While hindered, yeah, they might have thought he was gone, but they certainly know now. sheydos, he's tripled up, and one was a spray through the smoke. I go for another. A few shots through. Now he's waited with Doja, and while he gets...
Again, though, they're falling into the same trope. Back to the A site they go. For the umpteenth time in a row, Nightfall sent through. I like the Cosmic Divide off the back of it, but the counter utility is already being thrown out. Drone to go in. Of course, spam's not possible unless they go on the other side, and there's been continuous utility put into place to make sure they can't make a move. This will be the first time we actually have to see a full-on retake out from KC.
They've got that flank protection from Baha, miles away, but still when it starts to play, that flash doesn't quite land as intended. Zeus marked in the corner, gets one. Oh, he's managed to get the ult off. That's a disgrace for KC. It should have been a shutdown. That was their way back in. A trade at least, but so much time. Boy, they've got to run. They've got to sprint. And all put through, and all of a sudden, Baha's alone. How has this happened? They're blocking it. The defuse still underway. Chaotic round.
They used everything. Nightfall, Cosmic Divide to take the site convergence path to slow them down. Even throwing in the tail ult at the end, and they just kept past all of it. This final shot as well.
I almost want a timeout just to breathe, and now the drone didn't spot Doja. He's just...
You can't use 2 ults to take the site and 2 ults in post and still lose. And still lose convincingly.
Yes.
5.5 seconds and 3 players standing. Like that's just not good enough. And KC almost have to be laughing. We'll see. Can there be some damage for yetujey? Yes, there can. SUYGETSU not expecting it in the corner, and this is a round they definitely shouldn't be winning. But now, with a tour de force, that one remaining ult, and 2 players up against... Look at the guns. It's an operator and a judge. It's chalk and cheese on the retake.
On foot, have the advantage, but yetujey stepping into the angle! Shot landed! And now, Doja alone, a pistol and a judge, a tour de force on the other side, and I don't know how FUT have gotten away with this round, but somehow it seems to be theirs, and that easy.
Again, you kind of sit there and go, is that just a flash in the pan? I think.
Look at this playthrough art. Zeus has already put so much pressure on Avez. He can't get out. He can't get away. There will be 3 players on B as those steps are heard. Here comes LewN any second now. And he's now here. Lockdown in play, buys more time. 50 seconds on the clock. Doja in the corner, landing a double. And another to the tally. He's in a different dimension. And yet still, he's not dropped. Finally put in his place, but buried alongside him is yetujey. And with baha 1v3, Spike down in the open. Only 2 players on the site.
Got a 1v1 if he checks it.
Can pull these angles into individual fights at least. And he has been very reliable, but around here for quite a while. And I think FUT are going to give him a challenge, but he has to get out.
Oh, it was close. And actually, sheydos bites a bullet for it. Wait for them to use all of that utility. Timing here, not the best, but because he stayed in the corner, that could actually create more of a problem for LewN. Does he now go back in the other direction? Now, does he have the expectation? No, he's caught out baha. He's leveled things up once again. And in fact, the attack side with 30 seconds left, they're going to try and move the other way. But there are still 2 defenders here.
That's the thing. After you find the first, how many more will you expect? Cosmic Divide goes in, but Doja's out, and now they have no idea. But SUYGETSU, he strikes a little too early. They know that he's here, and MrFaliN cleanly connects. The headshot puts them ahead by 2, and with a plant in, yetujey didn't need to swing. Now, perhaps a chance. Everybody in individual fights, but they'll look to swing together as they do. LewN finds another, but he's all alone. Oh, it's getting dicey. It's getting close, and he'll find himself a rifle. 14 shots still in the mag as he wraps around, but they're set up to swing this together, and he has no chance gone just yet.
Yeah, again, I feel like the actual setup from KC wasn't a bad one. Like, they didn't fall. No, it definitely wasn't because of the circle.
No, need a bigger circle, man. I knew I should have done the click to drag to stretch, but
oh no! Oh, that is cursed. He looks away from the angle for half a second, and that leaves the A site wide open for business. Singular rifle left, a pistol for SUYGETSU. Better be a little bit careful facing off against this man with the sheriff in hand. And actually, okay. Verge's path used. Clearly feeling there was a need to try and deny this retake, and denied it has been.
Yeah. Well, his gate crash has been sent out. You can see it moving towards spawn, and it will be taken soon as FUT now put the pressure on towards this A site. Cosmic Divide's already gone through, and it's going to be an initial fight favoring FUT. 2 big pickups. Are KC going to go through? They are! And LewN even wins the fight as decoy, serving as a little bit of cover there. And although the plant comes in, and Armageddon is online, KROSTALY very low as the fallback to main, picks up an op, but now the time's on their side. And KC need to be quick to bait this ultimate out. They need to get on that spike.
MrFaliN on a long flank. They do have the turret, but it really just depends in what direction he goes. If he cuts back a little shorter, which is exactly what he's done, he's going to be able to get past already the utility, denying them a little bit longer, and now he strikes from behind. This is where they throw in the ultimate just to make sure that anybody on it is in trouble. It leaves just SUYGETSU remaining.
Yeah, it very much does. But whoever wins this has 5 series, one of which is a BO5 in a row needed to make it to Santiago. To start out, Zeus dropped here in the pistol. A sneaky play by LewN gets another kill in favor of KC. But these pistols, they always seem to point in one direction, and then a big individual play turns it the other way. A start for yetujey. It could be the same old story, but they'll stop him in his tracks. And KROSTALY, last man standing, a frenzy, not the gun for the job. Everyone relatively healthy and leading 8-5. How far can they take it?
Yeah, that's exactly what they needed. That extra little boost to kick off their attack side. And it seems like
here, it is pretty much the beginning of the end. FUT need to stop them here and now, and it has to be more than a speed bump. We need a full-on barricade, a blockade as they keep pushing anywhere else on the map. Full dedication to it. And yetujey's op's already been pushed back. The next wave of utility might take him out of this hold altogether. He's been revealed. He's dead, surely.
He didn't even start this round with shields, but he survived longer than expected. The utility dump leaving him with nothing. I feel like this is round over. There's no way that FUT can hope to break back in on a 3v5.
Yes, he couldn't, because he already did. And the position.
Yeah, like that, well, that was the thing. It was hit by, it was revealed, and then just hit by everything. Like, there was no escape at that point. It was almost too easy. It looked like KROSTALY was almost trying to give him a helping hand, but if it was broken, it would put yetujey in a pretty awkward position, but there hasn't been any pressure on that side. Already, though, that's a huge pick. What? MrFaliN just taken out. This LewN operator that they definitely knew was there has managed to find an opening. Nice shot from Baha. Needs a little bit more, and he does. A second kill, and SUYGETSU desperately low. Post-plant available, and a late lurk coming in from Dosia, but an even later lurk coming in on the other side, and they don't even get the plant down. xeus has done well.
Yeah, it was a nice hinder thrown in alongside the salvo. Pushes a player into the open or forces their hand for an early death. That spike, 14 seconds, needs to be planted, and yetujey's got the round in his hand.
Immediate rotation. KROSTALY is going to spot out Dosia, but that tells a different story than they're pushing this way. It tells them that they're likely not.
Yeah, but look at the play towards A main. xeus about to round that corner. There's two players there as the smoke fades. LewN's good for one, but has no notion that there could be a player creeping around behind him, but he's gone.
He's in a good position. No escape from this spot, though. Dimensional drift becomes so important. This is only a classic, but playing aggressively with an operator. I don't know how. Again, he just seems to be surviving, hiding within, used as a distraction, and while the trades back and forth.
The rookie there seeing sheydos hit someone with a prowler and then jump into a smoke that he saw the guy with the prowler in with utility out. I wasn't sure what I was witnessing quite in that moment, but yetujey survived as a result. They ended up trading blows later on, and second
means they could just do this. Leave one player on the other side of the map to hold half the map.
Revealed, gone through, hasn't landed just yet, well rather has landed, but it's going through. KC delay a moment, and that avoids the initial burst of utility now. They look to take that site with a clean plant out of sheydos, avoiding all of the salvos coming the other way, all of the spams as well. And now Nightfall goes through, but MrFaliN runs in on the back of it, completely catching them off guard. FUT now with a man advantage. They set their eyes on that spike. Shots landing from main, and the late play from Doja with a star that's, well, not in the normal position, but it has still delayed. It's bought time. Doja can strike from the side, but he is being watched. He was being watched as the stun goes through. More time eating away from that clock, and a nice shot from Doja. They're set up for success. It should be the end of the round, the end of the play. It's not even half.
A stun put in the one place that would have been safe, and an easy opener, in fact an easy double opener for LewN. Now he has his ultimate in play to just make this as awkward as possible for yetujey. They already know exactly where he is. Counter Nightfall thrown out by FUT to try and slow this push as much as possible, but there is LewN with the backstab. yetujey dead, punished for his own mistakes in the previous round. And now 3 stand to try and keep FUT alive.
Oh,
2 stand to keep FUT alive.
These retakes haven't looked good, but when it comes to a spam like that from Avez, well, I think you'd have more success shoveling snow with a fork for FUT. A dive in from the top rope. Baha's bringing the pain, but the hinder doesn't land in time. Avez, 3 kills, seems to